what's going on today, guys? Happy Friday. Hopefully everyone this past week and also this upcoming weekend is going to be making a lot of RuneScape GP and a lot of RuneScape wealth. This video is going to show you 3 awesome ways to grow your RuneScape wealth on this game and to make some easy money. In the past week, I have been growing my wealth on old school RuneScape and doing some easy money-making methods to ultimately be an old school RuneScape billionaire. But in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys 3 easy ways that you can make old school RuneScape GP by literally watching a movie, playing RuneScape at the same time, doing non-strenuous things. Also, if you guys enjoy these videos, enjoy my channel, please support me by subscribing and clicking the notification bell. If you don't, then you will not be notified when I make a new RuneScape video. If we get this video to 250 likes before next week when I post a new video, I will be showing you guys 4 awesome and wonderful money-making methods on old school RuneScape. This past week's video, we did not get to 250 likes. Unfortunately, we just got under. But I will say this, if this video does get 250 plus likes, liking is free, then there will be a 4th money-making method shown next week in the new video. Otherwise, let's go ahead and jump right into this video now. So I want to go ahead and start out with a huge money-making method that could be very profitable for an hour and see if this is actually how accurate as the old school RuneScape wiki money-making page says it's going to be. Please go ahead and check out my links down below in the description of this video. I'm also going to be posting this money-making method down there as well under the old school RuneScape wiki money-making section. But the wiki is telling us that you can make 879k 385 GP an hour. That is insane when it really comes down to it. That is a ton of GP by literally standing in a bank and doing something non-strenuous. So there are some requirements for this money-making method, such as you need to have Dream Mentor completed to unlock the Humidify spell. You need the Lunar Spellbook. So there's actually a lot of things that you have to do in order to actually use this money-making method. It's not something as simple as picking some flax, spinning some bowstrings. You gotta actually work for your money. But we're going to go ahead and test out this method because I do have access to the Lunar Spellbook and I have done Dream Mentor Quest. So we're going to see how accurate this really is. Because the thought that you can go ahead and produce 22,000 soft clays, that's a little like far-fetched in my opinion. But let's go ahead and see how accurate this money-making method really is. So some things that I do want to share really quickly about this money-making method is, firstly, as I started to do this, I noticed a couple things. First and foremost, there is a buy limit on soft clay you can actually purchase from the Grand Exchange, or rather clay, of 13,000. So if you're going to be doing this money-making method, you're going to have to buy elsewhere, such as maybe the RuneScape forums, or if you're in a clan and you have people willing to sell you a lot of clay, but there is a buy limit. So that's the first negative aspect about this money-making method. Another negative aspect is that this money-making method is really not that AFKable. As you're basically noticing, it is very click-intensive to actually do. If you try watching a movie or a TV show, or if you try reading something on the internet, or you're checking email, chatting with someone, this is very click intensified. So it is a strenuous money-making method in my opinion. But let's go ahead and see how many I can actually go ahead and do within an hour time frame period. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about a couple things because there's definitely a lot of red flags here as this being a easy money-making method that's going to give you over 850k GP an hour. That's completely false. This is not something that is definitely easy. This is actually more strenuous than actually easy. And maybe I'll change the name of this video to Strenuous Money-Making Methods. I'm not sure yet. But anyways, I ended up doing 13,000 clay to soft clay in a matter of a little over 45 minutes. The reason why that I didn't finish the hour is because I ran out of inventory. There's a buy limit of 13,000. Obviously, if you stockpile clay, then you're going to have plenty. But in actuality, what it came down to was I did make a decent amount of profit. So I had 13,000 pieces of clay that I ended up buying for 100 GP each. That's 1.3 mil. And then I ended up selling the soft clay for roughly 141 GP times 13,000. That gives you a nice, juicy profit. And keep in mind, this was only 45 minutes. But for 45 minutes, I ended up making a profit of 533,000 GP minus the amount of Astral Runes. Let's round down to 500K. So you have 500K basically pretty much for 45 minutes. If you do this for the actual hour time frame, then yeah, you could really get close to maybe 700, maybe 750K GP an hour. But as for getting to the 879K profit mark, it's really inaccurate, and it's something that I personally don't see unless you're totally in the zone. But I'm pretty sure that the vast majority of us are not going to be in that much of a zone. But otherwise, hey, this money-making method for 1 hour, if you have the inventory, for 1 whole hour can be as high as 750K GP. That is absolutely insane. Now, if you are a baller on this game and you want to do this for 10 hours, you're going to be making bank. In a 10-hour period, you will make 7.5 million GP, which is not that bad at all. 7.5 million GP in a 10-hour period, that's insane if you really think about it. And of course, if you want to do this just for 5 hours and be half a baller, then you're going to be making, well, you're definitely going to be making just under 4 mil, 3.75 million GP for 5 hours. But like I said, this money-making method, it's a little strenuous. It's not the most AFK-able thing to do on the planet. But let's go ahead and move on to the next one now. Just real quick before I forget, I want to show you guys once again my Patreon membership. Link is down below in the description of this video to my Patreon channel. $5 a month, you will get 2 awesome, wonderful, nostalgic NightmareRH videos. I uploaded 2 videos this past week on my Patreon channel, and we are a growing community, and trust me when I say this, you will not regret it. Going to be uploading a lot of nostalgic PKing destruction videos on there. Once again, I can't be uploading that stuff on YouTube anymore because it just hurts my channel and also the YouTube algorithm as well. And if you guys want even more of me, make sure you follow my Twitch channel for live streams and also my Kick.com channel too for live stream. Twitch, NightmareRH, and also Kick, NightmareRH as well. Ah, yes, cooking should be everyone's first 99, right? Or maybe I just think that way. Ah, yes. Money making while doing cooking. Cooking should be everyone's first 99, shouldn't it be? I mean, it was my first 99 on RS3 back in 2006. Well, technically it was RuneScape 2, and cooking was my first 99 on old school RuneScape as well. But it's a fun skill because you can definitely binge watch a lot of movies, TV shows, or just do other stuff on your computer. For a lot of people, it is terrible. A lot of people don't like actually doing that type of stuff, but me, I love it because I get to AFK and make money at the same time. So we're going to be looking at if you go ahead and cook dark crabs for 1 hour, if it's going to give you a profit of around, let's say 410 or 420K profit an hour. This is telling us that you can cook 1,300 raw dark crabs an hour, and we're going to see how accurate this really is now. Now, this is the portion of the guide where I tell you people not to do this. It is Friday. I am actually very tired today. I had a very long week, and I've been clicking on this fire at Rogue's Den for the last, 3 minutes, and it's been telling me that I don't have anything to cook. Well, I came to the realization that I ended up buying 1,300 actual dark crabs. Make sure when you buy your raw food, it says raw food, and you don't buy the actual cooked food, because you're not going to be making any GP if you buy the cooked food. You need to make sure you buy the raw food. Alright, so I actually have a lot of things I want to talk about, because this number here for a profit margin is totally inaccurate, 100% inaccurate entirely. And I'm starting to really think that a lot of these profits on the Old School RuneScape wiki is highly inflated, or just really a load of BS, because it's definitely nothing even close to that. So, firstly, do not go to Rogue's Den to cook dark crabs. You're going to burn them. Like I said, it's Friday. I've had a very long week. If you have access to the Cooking Guild, highly recommend you use the Cooking Guild or a range, and also cooking gauntlets as well, if you have those too. But otherwise, I was able to do 1,200 dark crabs for the hour. So, 1,200... They ended up selling for a price of 1,286 GP each, which is over 1.5 million GP. However, like I said, I had to overpay to buy dark crabs, because I'm assuming a lot of people do this money-making method as well. I had to pay 1,100 each for raw dark crabs. So 1,200 times 1,100 gives me a total of 1.3 million. So if you go ahead and look at the totals, this money-making method is not very good at all, because you're looking at 1.543 million minus 1,320 million gives you 223K. Maybe if you're a little more click intensive than me, you can round it up to maybe 225K GP an hour. And also, if you don't overpay for the dark crabs, the raw dark crabs, then definitely that can factor in as well. But this money-making method is no way, shape, and form 417K GP an hour. Now, still, don't get me wrong. You have made, if you do this for 1 hour, you will make RuneScape GP. If you do this for 10 hours, you will make 2.2 million RuneScape GP. And if you go ahead and do this for 5 hours, you're going to end up making 1.1 million RuneScape GP. So doing this is going to make you Old School RuneScape GP, and it's very easy to do. You can watch movies, you can do anything on your computer, but understand that it's not as much GP as other money-making methods out there. This is the low-end RuneScape GP for this video. But let's go ahead and keep moving forward on to the next one. Real quick before we move on to the last money-making method on Old School RuneScape, if any of you all are not in a Old School RuneScape clan, and yes, there is a clan system on Old School RuneScape, for those of you who don't know, it was installed 2 years ago, and a lot of returning players actually do not know this, but I run a Old School RuneScape clan. I just actually booted out a whole bunch of inactive people. We had 500 people last week, and I did a massive purge. It was actually the 4th purge of inactive people. My clan thought I was committing, mass genocide, but I'm like, no. Hey, these people have been inactive for months. They gotta go. Anyways, if you are interested in joining a very awesome and wonderful clan, we are very active. You're gonna want to firstly click on your clan tab down here, go to view another clan, and then click find, and then you're gonna type in NightmareRH, and then you're gonna go ahead and click join and chat, and someone of a higher rank can definitely recruit you if you want to join the wonderful and awesome sexy clan on Old School Rune. So I do apologize, but we have another cooking money-making method here that I do want to explore. This is pretty much just making raw summer pies, which is very fascinating because I've never done this before, but I mean, if you can make 337k GP an hour by doing something non-strenuous, by all means, that's actually really good compared to a lot of the like known old school RuneScape money-making methods out there. But let's go ahead and see if this lives up to the full profit, which is on the wiki. To be honest, it's probably not, but I've never made raw summer pies before, so I'm pretty excited to see how it goes. So a couple things to really note very quickly. You're going to want to have this order set in your bank: your pie dish, your strawberry, your watermelon, and then cooking apple. You're going to want the quantity set to 7, so you're withdrawing 7s of these 4 items. You want to use your pie shell on your strawberry. If you use your apple on the pie shell by accident, you're going to get a uncooked apple pie. We do not want that. We want the summer pies. So use the pie shell on the strawberry. You're going to get the part 1 summer pie. And you're going to see a wonderful little animation, which is going to make you some old school RuneScape easy GP. And you're going to use the part 1 onto the watermelon to get the part 1 summer pie again, to add some watermelons. And then after you do that, you're going to use the remainder on the cooking apple to get the raw summer pie, to get the full actual pie. So just make sure you do that in the correct order. Otherwise, you're going to be making apple pies, which is the wrong thing to do. Okay, so let's talk about a lot of things about this money-making method, because I have some good news about this money-making method. So firstly, I ended up doing my 670 raw summer pies, surprisingly a lot quicker than I thought I'd actually really do it, pretty much. I ended up finishing a little under 52 minutes, which is a little shocking. I wasn't doing anything too crazy. I was actually reading some articles on my computer as well, but I guess I was just super focused on making some raw summer pies. So it is definitely possible to do 670 in 1 hour. That is a check mark for this money-making method. So let's go ahead and add up pretty much every single thing, because I did buy a lot of different items that I do want to pretty much go ahead and talk about. So the cooking apples, the amount that you see on the wiki is accurate. That's pretty much what I paid in the Grand Exchange. The watermelons, that's an accurate number too. Strawberries, that's an accurate number. But the pie shell itself, I ended up paying 337 each. So it came to about, instead of it being 194,300 GP, it cost me a little over 225,000 GP. However, for my summer pies, they ended up selling under the medium price. I had to actually sell them 10% under. Then they ended up selling near 5% under. But I sold my summer pies for 949 GP each, times 670 gives us grand total of 635,000 GP. Now let's go ahead and minus the input, which is 340,360, gives us 295k. But I did overpay for the pie shells, so I got to minus another 30,000 for my profit margin. Gives us 265k GP an hour. To be honest, this really isn't the best money-making method out there, but I did stand in the bank and pretty much do nothing to make old school RuneScape GP. So for a lot of you guys out there, this is a winner. I mean, if you want to stand in the RuneScape GP for 5 hours, you're going to find yourself making over 1.3 mil. And if you want to do this for 10 hours, then you're going to find yourself making over 2.5, 2.6 million GP. So to sum it all up, this money-making method will make you old school RuneScape GP very easily, but it's really not one of the best money-making methods out there per se. If I had to pick one out of those 3 money-making methods to do for 10 hours, I would actually choose cooking dark crabs. And the reason why is because I can easily watch a movie. I can easily binge watch some TV shows. I don't have to really click on a lot of things to make RuneScape GP. However, if I wanted to do one of those money-making methods for maybe an hour or 2 hours, I would definitely say making clay into soft clay is definitely the bread and butter. You're going to be making the biggest profit margin if you do that, but understand that is very click-intensive. But it does pay off. If you're click-intensive, you will actually make a lot of easy RuneScape GP that doesn't require you to end up in the graveyard again. If you guys enjoyed this video, please thumbs it up. Please favorite it, like it, comment on it. It does help the YouTube algorithm if you do all those things. Spread it to your friends. And if you want to see my next video next week, focus on how I made tens and tens of millions from 99 Crafting. Yes, I got 99 Crafting fairly recently. And if you want to see how I made millions doing 99 Crafting, because you don't have to lose money, you can make millions, I will be uploading that video next week, but only if you guys comment below letting me know you want crafting money-making methods. Until next week, please follow me on live stream, check out my Patreon membership, and if you use Discord, my Discord server is down below. Love all of you guys. See you later. Bye.